right, happy Saturday, everybody. Hope everyone's having a nice weekend so far. This morning I'm just going to be packing up a couple of special edition record orders we got. I just wanted to show off some cool stuff that we're doing. Here's one of the examples, clear vinyl. And going to be trying to get done here before noon because that's when the post office closed, so we want to make sure that we get them over there. Hey Colin, what's up, man? Thanks for joining the live stream. But yeah, if you guys got any questions for me, feel free to ask. It's more fun to do this whenever I get to chat with some people too. So cool. Let me just mute my computer real quick so you don't get that echo. Awesome. Yeah, I'm doing great too. Thanks for asking, Colin. Alright, that audio is muted. Sweet. Alrighty. I didn't figure out how to turn on subscriber only mode actually. I just looked. I don't know if I can do it from my phone, but we'll see. If it gets weird, I'm just going to shut it down again. Last time that was too crazy with those bots trying to comment and ruin the live stream, but let's see here. So fingers crossed, nothing bad happens. But alright, yeah, Frantic, our new album's officially been out for 1 entire week, and been getting a ton of support. All the people that have ordered their records or CDs, I think everybody's pretty much received theirs by now, unless you're like an international person. If so, those are probably still in transit. But got a couple more international orders that came in last night, and a couple of domestic orders for some cool records. Got them on display right here. Special clear record. I don't know if many people knew, but we do have completely clear vinyl, as well as one of my personal favorites variants, the marble variant, with the black and glitter in there. So that turns great. Going to Josh and Zach, both from Pittsburgh, which is great because we're coming to Pittsburgh in under a month actually. We'll be at Club Cafe on the south side, East Carson Street, Sunday, June 2nd. It's the long weekend for everybody for the holiday. So we hope to see you there if you're local. Cool. Alright, well let's just get this one packed up for Zach here. So Zach is actually a buddy of mine, so thanks for ordering this one, Zach. Again, there's the last look at that beautiful clear. I think I might have one left, so if you want it, send me an email or let me know in the chat. Cool, and what we got here going for Zach, we got the album artwork, and then I got a poster inside there for him too. It's just one of these. But yeah, all online orders come with a poster. While supplies last, but supplies will last for quite a while. And then a little message there for Zach on his record. I did one of these videos not that long ago. It was a hyperlapse of packing this up really quick. I've done probably about 50 or 60 vinyl record orders so far, so I'm getting pretty good at the shipping of these things. Got it down to a science. Making sure that they're packed up good. Haven't had anyone complain about a broken order yet, which is good. Cool. Make sure we get Zach a pin in there too. Yeah, we're doing pins with all the orders today. We got these cool logo pins here that are made of plastic, and then these round metal ones. I'm actually fresh out of stickers. We've had so many orders for records and CDs, which I'm thankful for, but we ran out of stickers. So got an order in for those. They should be in within a month. But until then, everybody gets a pin, which are equally as cool if you're a pin kind of guy or pin kind of gal. But yeah, this record's going to my buddy Zach. He played in a group called the Knox Boys, and he's a musician and artist himself, and he plays on the road quite a bit. And he recently just did a tour of Spain, and he is going back to Spain, I think, to play some more shows. So that's pretty sweet that he's doing that. So I'll have to take notes from him on some tips and pointers on whenever we come across the pond to visit Europe and all sorts of fun countries over there, because we're really working hard to get those type of shows scheduled, because I think that'd be really fun. I've only ever been over to Europe once. I've been to Holland and Belgium. That's it. So I'd like to get back and see some other things I've never seen before. So, all right. Sweet. Gotta get my Italian stickers here. Fragile. It's Italian for handle with care. All right. Sweet. Alrighty. This next record is we got a marble order here. I got the marble vinyl set up right there, and this one's heading to Josh in Pittsburgh. Josh, also a buddy of mine. Been a friend for a long time, so I really appreciate Josh. Thank you for picking up a record, and we'll make sure we get you a poster here with it as well. But yeah, let's get this bad boy packed up. And then there's the marble record again, really cool. Kind of like a translucent marble, you can see through it a little bit with black and gold streaking in it. So very nice, looks like a marble countertop. And you can get one too on Semi-Supervillains.com/store. We got orange vinyl and then custom special edition records. If you want a special edition color, let me know. We got all sorts of fun colors in limited quantities. While supplies last, we have blues and maroons and different variants of marble and black. So very cool colors, done up at the Vinyl Lab here in Nashville, Tennessee. They're a record pressing plant about 10 minutes from my house. They do great work there. And I'm sure Josh is going to enjoy his record too. So we'll get a little message here written for Josh. Oh man, Chuck, you got your disc yesterday. Awesome. That's awesome. Haven't opened it yet. That's all right. Keeping it in the package for safekeeping, I guess. Kevin, love your music. Any plans of touring the UK? Yes, Kevin, we do want to get to the UK. I said once we hit 50,000 subscribers on YouTube, I promised another loyal subscriber, that we would be coming to London and then other areas in the UK. But you know, so just keep watching and keep spreading the word. And before you know it, we'll be at 50,000 subscribers, and we'll be over there in Europe. So cool. Oh man, another. So Guns of Brixton asked, hi, one of your songs sound very much like the Oasis song Fade In and Out. I can't find it. It's the start of a few Diesel Creek videos. Hey, that's probably the song Prestige Pond. So look that up on our YouTube channel, Prestige Pond. That's it's got acoustic guitar and mandolin in it. I think that's the one you're describing, Guns of Brixton. But check that one out. If that's not the right one, let me know and I can help you find it too. But I got a feeling that's the one that he uses pretty frequently in the videos. But that's an original number we did exclusively for Diesel Creek. So the only place you can hear it is on Diesel Creek or on our YouTube channel. And yeah, this Prestige Pond Part 2. Yeah, there's an acoustic version and it goes into an electric version, so it is a little bit longer. But yeah, it's a cool video. Check it out. It's definitely one of the top videos on our channel, so it shouldn't be that hard to find. If you click on our channel page and then just click on popular videos, that should do the trick for you. Cool. Alright, let's get this one finished up going to Josh. And then we're going to get Josh a little pin here too. We'll give him this pin. We'll get Josh 2 pins actually, because I think Josh likes pins. Alright. Oh, can't forget the poster for Josh. Almost forgot that. Yeah, Josh is actually a guitar player. He lived in Nashville for a little bit, and he moved back to Pittsburgh. And he's got a great setup for music. I don't think he is in a band currently, but he's always posting great guitar content on his Instagram. If you are an Instagram follower, Josh Gelati, Gilotty, you can look him up and follow him and see all of his great guitar pedals and stuff. But yeah, he's got a bunch of cool gear, and I think he's going to be getting a cool record player too. He's asking me questions about turntables and such, and I told him get a Pioneer or Audio Technica or something, and then get a nice preamp with it. So I'm sure some of you vinyl enthusiasts have good turntables. Anybody have a sweet turntable setup? Let me know what you got. Let me know what your stereo rig is. Guns of Brixton. Hey, that's it. Love your music all around as a band. Wish you the best with your new release. Hey, thanks, Guns of Brixton. Appreciate you. Glad you found the song and keep on listening. You know. And before you know it, we'll be over to UK playing some shows. But so far, this record has sold pretty well, better than any of our past releases. I think we're up to 60 units sold total, and that's about 20 CDs, and then the rest are vinyl records. So 60 total, and we had 300 CDs made, and then a little over 400 records pressed, with 300 of those records being orange. So there's a very limited quantity of this first pressing, and like I said, the record's been out a week and we've already sold like 50. So hopefully by this time next week we'll have sold 100, and then a month later we'll have sold halfway through our stock. But after the first pressing is gone, everything's just going to be black vinyl. So if you get a color copy, that means you were an early supporter of the band, and we appreciate you. First pressings. And hopefully those first pressings will be worth some money someday for you. If not, they'll be a great addition to your vinyl collection, or just simply a coaster. Hopefully, we're continuing to work hard all the time to make it so they'll be worth something every day for you, though. That we're not quitting anytime soon. Cool. Awesome. Thanks, Chuck. Glad you downloaded it too. I will say that the vinyl sounds awesome. We had a really nice lathe cut of the vinyl record, and we had that done at Welcome to 79, which is a hi-fi recording studio here in town in Nashville. They did a great job there, and then obviously the Vinyl Lab did a great job. But the vinyl, it just sounds really warm and great. If you've got a great stereo system, you'll really enjoy listening to it. And it does sound great on the CDs digitally too. You know, it's a good, I would say, a good hybrid record. You know, for both kinds of listening. You know, there are some. It's definitely a lot of vintage-inspired guitar work, but there are some modern sounds on the record. If you have listened to the record so far, let me know what your favorite song is. You can just drop it in the comments. Hey, Doug, what's up? Yeah, we're just packing up some records, just trying to get them all ready to go before the post office closes at noon today. But yeah, this one's heading to Pittsburgh. Is that LP still available? Yeah. Which LP do you want? I got all sorts of different ones in different colors, so just let me know which one you want. But yeah, we got Frantic on orange, blue, maroon, and then marble. So if you want to get it, you can head over to Semi-Supervillains.com. That's right here. And place an order, and then I can fulfill your order right here live on the screen, and you can see the record that you're getting in real time before it's shipped to you. So that's kind of a fun thing we've been doing, getting to track people. Here Comes Trouble. Hey, Chuck, you know, we actually did a record release show at the Vinyl Lab. I'm sure you've seen the video where I talk about, you know, watch the records get pressed and say we were playing a show here. Well, that show happened, and I just finished up editing the video for Here Comes Trouble Live. And it is awesome. We did a great, the band was on fire for that song, and we're going to be posting that video probably sometime in the next 7 days, so keep an eye out on the channel for that Here Comes Trouble live video from the show. Really cool stuff. You know, it sounds, I was listening to it on my night speakers, and I'm like, man, this might sound better than the live version might sound better than the album version, which is crazy, but that just goes to show you how tight the band was that night. Just a great show. We had our video guy, Matthew, do the whole thing, or record the whole thing. He's the guy that did our Joyride and Living Stereo videos, so he's a really talented individual, camera operator, and video director, film editor / producer. So, got to give him a shout out. He does great work. This one's heading to Josh. Oh, and how could I forget the Semi-Supervillains stamp of approval? One there for Josh, and we forgot to give Zach his. There that is. We'll get some more in the back here, because these guys will appreciate the stamps. I'm sure if you get an order, let me know if you appreciate the stamp. I think that's my one of the better purchases I've made from a marketing promotional standpoint in a long time. This was like $14. But a lot of fun. I was putting stickers on every record of our logo, and that was getting kind of expensive. So I opted for the stamper. It was a better way to offset it. And I think it looks cool, stamped. It's like old school. Awesome. All right, we'll get some more tape on this one for Josh. And then we got another order going to Australia. That order came in early in the morning, which would probably been the right, just normal time of day for Australians, but we'll get that one next. Oh, and I am fresh out of tape, so I gotta refill that here really quick. And if anybody that works for a tape company is watching this video, let me know. I'd like a sponsorship. I bought like 3 or 4 rolls of this in the past week. I've been going through it like crazy. Love to give you a shout out. You know who you are. But yeah, sucks paying $15 for stinking tape. And that's the part you get to watch me struggle with opening it. There we go. There we go. Get this one finished up for Josh. Vinny will let you use his songs if you give him tape. Yes. We can make an agreement. Use my songs, send me tape. But no, I appreciate it. Everybody that's bought a record so far, you're the reason that's keeping these tape companies in business, because I'm buying all the tape because you keep buying records. Alright, that one looks pretty good here for Josh. Heading to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Alright, now we got those records taken up out of the queue. I'll show you. We got the CD ordered for Australia. So here's our CD. Turned out very nice design. Just like the record, same, and then we have the Super Amp there if you're a guitar aficionado. That Super Amp is the amp that we use for the majority of the recordings on this record. And, oh, you hear that scratching noise? Let me get that real quick. Hey, what are you doing, bud? Stop scratching. Hey, what are you doing? And this was the culprit that was causing all the scratching. Here's my pet rabbit, Benjamin. Making an appearance. Oh, he's scared now. He doesn't know what to do. You gonna keep being noisy, bud? Are you gonna help me pack up some records? We got all sorts of unique things here in the Semi-Supervillains lair. One is the Magic Rabbit. Magic Rabbit, no hat though. Not wearing a hat today. You gonna eat that. But yeah, if you want to order a record, we'll have Benjamin here help you pack it up. So, or help me pack it up. All right, this one's heading to Australia. We'll put that stamp on early. Hey, you want to come back over here, buddy? You're being good now. All right, we'll put you back. You want to go back? You want to go back? Yes? Or do you want a carrot? Oh, I think we can give you a carrot. All right, we'll go back. Come on, buddy. There you go. And have a treat there. Here you go, sir. Is it a treat? Alright, so hopefully that keeps him quiet here. Alright, let's see. This order is going to Australia. Let's see. David in Australia. So David, appreciate you. We'll get you your... Thank you for picking up the new album here. We'll get that autograph for you. And I want to throw in an extra freebie here for you, since this is going all the way to Australia. It doesn't make sense just to send one CD, so we'll send 2. So this is our 2015 5-song EP, Here Comes Trouble. And yes, this one's called Here Comes Trouble, but the song Here Comes Trouble is on this album. So it's like a House of the Holy situation where the song Houses of the Holy actually appeared on Physical Graffiti, not the album Houses of the Holy. We did that intentionally. Well, no, we did that. Yeah, we did that unintentionally. Not trying to copy him, but it just so happened that way. But yeah, the songs Stop the Show and Here Comes Trouble, both songs on the new record, were written around the time as this EP was written and recorded. And actually, the song Stop the Show was cut in the same session as Shivers. So we have Corey Caruso, who did the drums on this record, with the exception of No Desire. John Panaccio did that. He actually recorded the drums to Stop the Show on Frantic in this session. So, fun facts. If anyone's a follower of the of any deep cuts, Semi-Supervillains deep cuts. All right, and that's it. Literally, that is so easy for the a CD. That's all it takes, and it's done. You know, records are a little bit more involved, but we do appreciate everybody that grabs a record and a CD. But yeah, it's cool stuff. All right, well that's all the orders I have for this morning. I think I just wanted to, here, I'm going to pull this camera down a little bit. Whoa. There we go. Sweet. Hey, what's up, everybody? Just wanted to answer some questions we had that came in. Well, we're going to switch out the tripod, too. We'll do this little one. All right, there we go. Yeah, so we got some orders that came through, and I got those all packed up, so I wanted to answer some questions that I got. That's actually, yeah, so I wanted to address that. So, Chuck, I had one last test pressing, which is, so for those of you that don't know what a test pressing is, I'll pull it out here really quick. So test pressings are the artist proofs that the vinyl pressing factory gives to you, before they press 300, 500, 1,000 records. And they give it to the artist and the record label to listen to make sure it sounds right. It comes with just a standard label that's from the vinyl pressing plant. In this case, it says the Vinyl Lab and then test pressing. And these things are very, they're very sought after in the vinyl community because they're very rare. Obviously, it's on 180 gram black vinyl, it's probably the best type of vinyl for listening. And then also, they're rare because usually you only get 5 test pressings with a record order. So in the live stream from a week ago, there was 2 guys that got into a crazy bidding war for my last one because I said it was my last one. Now, for these, I gave one to my dad. I gave one to our producer, Rick Wachowski. I kept one for myself, and then I sold one previously. This is the last one, so that's why there was a bidding war for 2 guys. I wasn't sure if they were serious or not, so I put the listing up on the website for half of what the final bid was for it. So I'm not sure if those guys are in the live stream today. I just wanted to let you know that they are available. I haven't been doing a great job with marketing it. If I was a businessman, I would have put up an eBay listing for it and let them do it that way. But again, it's I'm not trying to be greedy or anything, but if there's people willing to pay for it, I appreciate you for supporting the band, and all the money that we sell from this entire pressing is going to our next pressing. And if we do so well in the first week or so with this records, we're gonna have our 2022 album, Play That Rock and Roll, pressed to records as well, and hopefully we can get that done around Christmas time. Cool. I can help with the eBay listing if you need. No, I don't think I'm going to do it on eBay. I'm not. I don't even have an eBay account. So, but yeah, thanks for the offer, Chuck. Cool. Yeah. Let's see here. We got an email here. Oh, we got a purchase. Cool. Awesome. Chuck, you got the previous 2 albums, so thank you for your support. Yeah, so we got our Tricks, which is our debut album, and then Here Comes Trouble. Well, let me grab another one of those real quick, and I'll get this packed up for you. CDs are easy to pack up. So let's see here. Very easy. So this is our debut album, Tricks. And this came out in 2013. And this was produced by Rick Wachowski, the same producer for Frantic, along with Here Comes Trouble, which is the 2015 EP with 5 songs on it. But yeah, definitely a great produced song, or great produced album, both of them are. And, we did the cool artwork here. And I'm going to open this up and get them autographed here for Chuck. Yeah, this EP, or this album was our first album. John Panaccio has been with me the whole time. He played the drums on this, actually, or a lot of it. Him and Tony Marino, which is the original drummer who plays live with us. They both played on it, along with Corey Caruso. So we've had the same band on our recordings, with the core 4 or 5 group of guys for, going on 13 years now, which is crazy to have a band with all of those same members together for such a long time. But it comes down to the fact that John and Tony and I are childhood friends, and we've known each other for a long time, just growing up in the same hometown, playing music together our lives pretty much. So it's really cool. But yeah, we did. I've always wanted to do. I always wanted to do a vinyl record, even when I was younger. So we had the CDs pressed, or CDs made to look like vinyl, because we couldn't afford to get it pressed to vinyl back then. But yeah, so really fun stuff. Cool. And there you go, Chuck. That one's heading to you, and then we'll get you your Here Comes Trouble copy signed too. A copy of Live at Trash Band Studios. Well, Chuck, Live at Trash Band Studios is out of print. That was limited to just 50. So good luck on finding one of those. I am completely sold out. I blew through a bunch of those last week whenever the album came out. Just people were getting those. But I'll look around to see if I have one. If I do, I'll throw it in with your order. But I don't think I do anymore. Cool. And then we got Here Comes Trouble signed there for you. And then, again, always wanted to do vinyl. So we made the CDs look like vinyl. But very cool, very, very similar template. Awesome. And then we'll get your envelope step there. For you, Chuck, thank you for your continued support. We appreciate you. All right. Sweet. All right, now back to the questions that we've been getting. So I have a question for you, actually. So the album's been out for a week, and I think I asked Chuck, already gave his answer. But if you're out there and you're watching, let me know what your favorite song was from the record. We're curious to hear what you liked, because we do take all of our supporter and listeners' critiques and what their likes and dislikes into account when making more music, because ultimately we're trying to make music that that can sustain ourselves. So obviously we're trying to make music that's well liked. So if there's a certain song that you liked or disliked, let us know, and we'll make more or less of that type of song. Yeah, that's that's the nice thing about the internet. You have almost instantaneous feedback, and in this case, with the live stream, we do have instantaneous feedback because you're here commenting live, which is kind of crazy too. So as far as the questions go, we got a bunch more like guitar and amp questions. I don't know if there's many guitar or amp people watching, so I'm going to avoid those questions for right now, unless there are any people that want to talk shop about Rickenbackers and things like that. But
They were asking about tour dates in the got a lot of questions about our upcoming shows. So we have 5 shows this summer coming up: Pittsburgh on July 2nd, Cleveland on August 17th, Pittsburgh again the 18th, and then Weirton, West Virginia, our hometown. We're playing there at the Serbian Picnic Grounds on August 19th, and that's a free show. All the other shows, tickets are $10, maybe $12, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, and we're playing in Nashville July 14th as well. We're trying to pick up a show July 15th in the surrounding area. So if you are in the South or around Western Pennsylvania or Ohio, we hope to see you at one of our shows this summer. Hey, Six Banga, how you doing? Good to hear from you. But yeah, that's the questions. I think Six Banga was one of the guys that got in the bidding war over the record. Six Banga, if you're still interested in it, I posted it up online. The other guy you're bidding with, he had emailed me asking. I let him know that I was going live to talk about the test pressings, but to kind of retract on that, all the money that we make from this record's getting we're putting it to our next record. We're gonna do a repressing of Play That Rock and Roll, or I'm sorry, a first pressing on vinyl of Play That Rock and Roll, which is our album from last year, the Southern Rock record. But yeah, if we continue to do well, we're gonna put that out on vinyl, just because a lot of us think that one deserves to be on vinyl, just because it is an old school style record and it has an old school style sound, so it only makes sense to have it on an old school style format. But I don't know, the vinyl thing is crazy to me. In 2020, that's when we were kind of recording in the recording process for Play That Rock and Roll, and I thought about doing vinyl, but then I looked at what vinyl sales compared to CDs were, and in 2020, CDs were outselling vinyl, so that's why we just did CDs. But I think last year, vinyl outsold CDs like 3-1, which is crazy. It's the first time that this has happened since really like 1987, whenever CDs like first came out and they outsold vinyl. So it made sense for us to do vinyl. It's something I've always wanted to do, but I never thought of it as a very a good business venture. I'm a very business-minded person. That's why we've been able to sustain the Semi-Supervillains for such a long time and not bankrupt myself or the band. But in doing this, going back to the vinyl sales thing, so in last year, vinyl outsold CDs. And why is vinyl like this dead format that's inconvenient to listen to? You can't take it in your car. You can't take it with you. You can't put it in your pocket. But why is vinyl selling well? And for 2 reasons, I think. The first reason is my phone. I have Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, you name it. I have access to every single classic rock album that I could ever ask for. Within seconds, I push a button and I got it. I can listen to it in my car, on headphones, at the airport, wherever. So that's number one. Music is so convenient that it's making it inconvenient is kind of fun, because it's just a way to slow things down, because some people just like to, like I found myself doing it. You know, I'll walk to the record store, and actually did that yesterday. I'll show you what I got, actually. It's a pretty cool record. So I live down the street from a record store here in Nashville, like 1 block away. So every once in a while, you know, after work, I don't have anything going on, I'll walk down to the record store and I'll buy a classic album. So I bought this one. This is Humble Pie Smokin'. And for $3, I got this record. And I knew of Humble Pie because of Peter Frampton played with them. And I knew the song 30 Days in the Hole, which is lead off for side B in this, which is, I guess, one of their big hits. But putting this record on for $3, you know, it's something I probably wouldn't have like downloaded on like Apple Music or Spotify necessarily, but it forces me to listen to the whole thing, and it was just really cool because I got to relax, listen to it. I actually listened to it this morning here before I started packing up records and doing the live stream. So that's like the number one reason why I think records are selling again, just because music is so convenient everywhere that making it inconvenient is fun, because people like to hold and look at the artwork and, you know, read who played on it and look at their pictures. You know, this is like a piece of history from 1972. It's in pretty good condition. You can kind of see how the record's worn in a little bit. I can't wait till people have the record worn in on our LP. I think that'll look so cool. It's just going to age really well. But yeah, it's just a unique thing. And then the other thing too is people go to concerts, they want to buy stuff from the band. That's just how it is. You know, you want to buy a t-shirt or a hoodie or something. Well, a t-shirt at a concert, I don't know if you've been to them lately. like a t-shirt's like $25 to $35 and a hoodie's like $50. So buying a record is like the same price point as buying a CD, and you get like artwork with posters, you get to see the guys' pictures on it, and you get a cool vinyl on a cool color. So I think that's the other reason why kids at least are buying records, just because it's the same price point. And then also, if they don't like the t-shirt, or if they have too many t-shirts or something, they can get something else and then start a collection there, which is a really fun thing too. But yeah, it's crazy that vinyl has outsold CDs. And I will say with Frantic, so far, our album, it's 2-to-1, CDs being the 1 and then vinyl being the 2. You know, with sales, it's crazy how much that many more records we've sold than CDs. But we've been advertising the records really hard, and that's why again I still do have this my last test pressing for sale. It's up on our website for a buy it now price. We had a bidding war going on last week. This is number 2 of 5. The other 4 are gone off to new homes, but this test pressing made at the Vinyl Lab. Very cool stuff. And then if you order this record, obviously we'll get you some limited edition records and other merch to go with that package. But yeah. Now I will say there are pressing plants opening up all over the country now. I know recently there was a vinyl pressing plant that opened up in Pittsburgh, and some of our friends' bands are interested in getting their stuff pressed there. The United Record Pressing Plant, which is a record pressing plant that's been around, I don't think they've ever closed. They've been open this entire time. They're based here in Nashville. They recently bought $10 million worth of new high-tech machines from the Netherlands or wherever they come from, or in those Scandinavian countries. And they bought these new record pressing plants that are fully automated that it takes 22 seconds to make a record. And you can look at these cool pressing machines in our video on our channel, live or whatever you call it, pressing at the Vinyl Lab. You can look it up. It's like one of our more recent popular videos. But you can see the process of how they press the vinyl. And I was there and I interviewed the 2 techs, Hunter and PJ, on what the process was for making the vinyl, like making like a puck and then stamping it down with the labels. I didn't realize that the labels were used to actually stamp the record. I just thought those got stuck in afterwards on the records. But no, they actually used the labels to smash and adhere the record, which that's what the stamper comes down. So really cool stuff. Again, in our videos that are going to be coming out in the next month here, which is our live chopped up videos from our performance at the Vinyl Lounge and the Vinyl Lab pressing plant. They have Matthew, the video guy. He goes in and shows off the pressing while the band is playing, which is super cool. For those of you that weren't able to attend, that don't live anywhere near Tennessee, you could watch that from wherever you watch your videos normally, whether it's your phone or your couch or your car. Well, hopefully you don't watch videos in your car. That wouldn't be great, at least not while you're driving. Maybe when you're sitting in there on your lunch break at work or something. So, but yeah, I'd love to open up the floor. If anybody has any questions about the records or the music, I'm more than happy to answer questions. I didn't get any more T-shirts pressed, but I still do have some T-shirts on here, just limited sizes. We have this and then the Army Green, just the logo one. So if you want a T-shirt, let me know. Just email me with your size first, just to make sure I have your size. But I think in the gray we have some smaller sizes left, and in the green we have mostly XL and then double XL left. So if you're a larger size, green is going to be your option there. So that's what we've got going on here. Now, I did have a question come in from our friend over in the UK, and he asked if we were going to be having a tour in the United Kingdom anytime soon. And I said, when we get to 50,000 subscribers, we will go and have a tour in Europe. So all of you people watching in Europe will be over there. But before that, I think we'll be doing our US tour here pretty soon. Right now we're working with we're not working with a record label. We did have one record label offer that came in last week for this small record label in Brooklyn, New York. And I think we're gonna accept it, actually, which is kind of cool. Yes, we do have Twitter. I'll write down my Twitter handle really quick so you can just see it. But it's at TSS Villains. TSS Villains. Hopefully that's not backwards for you. But I don't want to write it backwards. But do you have one? Could announce you're going live here on YouTube 30 minutes ahead to let us know. Okay, yeah, it's probably a good idea. Next time I'll announce on Twitter or something that whenever we're going live, so you can. I know I did one that was scheduled, and that was a really good, successful time. Nice, yeah. I still gotta watch the Diesel Creek video. Usually I save them to Monday after work. I watch those, so very cool. Did Matt put any good new songs in the video this morning? I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So a record label in Brooklyn, New York, reached out to us, and they want to do a limited run of 45 vinyl records. And I said, and how it would work. With this record label, and I haven't confirmed yes or no, but I think we're going to say yes, is we would fly out there for a day and we record to their, it's like a lathe machine that makes 45 records, and these 45 records are going to be like Polaroids. So if you want to have, Living Stereo, for example, we'll play Living Stereo and it'll be your recording. So we'll say, hey, this song goes out to Chuck, and we'll play Living Stereo, and then it'll get pressed to a record. And then if somebody else wants Living Stereo, we have to play the song again. So if 5 people want the song Living Stereo, we're going to do 5 takes of the song and then press each one individually. Because like I said, these records get pressed. They're it's like a Polaroid or whatever. So that's the record label in Brooklyn. They reached out to us. They want to do that, or have us come up to do that with them. It would be a very small record deal, but I think it's unique. And then I think I kind of want to do it. But yeah, the records, they would go on sale. They would be pre-order only. And then in the pre-orders, you could put what song you want, or if you want like a special message, and we could say that, for before or after the song, which is kind of cool. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. Send me an email. But we're going to be doing that. And we'll probably try to promote that here whenever we get that figured out. But very cool. That's our first I guess it's not like a real record deal. It's a very small record deal, but it's better than nothing. And I think we're going to take it because I think it would be kind of fun to do. So yeah, we'll probably head up to Brooklyn. Looking into the fall, like weekends in the fall, we'll play a show in Brooklyn, maybe Jersey City or something. I don't think we'll get into Manhattan just because that's a tough area to play a show in. These gigs will be gigs we'll have to fly in, with a guitar in the airplane. Type of thing, and then all the gigs are backline, so we don't have to bring amps or drums or anything. So that's how we'll get away with it. There's no way I'm driving a van into New York City with our equipment. That would be, I think that would be a little bit ambitious. At least at this point in our careers, I think flying in and then taking the subway to our shows would be kind of cool. So that's what we got going on for that. So look out for, if you're in New York, we might be in Brooklyn here coming this fall. So hopefully we get to go there before the weather gets ugly. Because that's the one thing I don't like about New York is the snow and the ice. About 10 years ago, we played a show in Buffalo in February, and early February. Yeah, that was a bad idea. It was tough to get people out to the show because it was so cold and so icy. And then after the show, I collected our payment, and I was wearing Converse Chuck Taylors instead of like snow boots or anything with tread, just because I wasn't thinking. And I slipped on the ice and did a complete perpendicular fall directly onto the curb, and I felt like I broke my hip, but I guess I was okay. But yeah, it was a pretty painful spill. But yeah, that's why we don't play up north in the winter. A couple of years ago, we went up to Canada. We did Toronto. We did a run Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, and yeah, smoke in New York. Yep, all that red smoke. That was crazy. But yeah, anyway, in the past we've gone up to Canada. We do that in the summer when we do that. But we went to again Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal in July a few years ago, and these places in the summertime it got hot, like 95 degrees hot. But then the bars and venues we played didn't have air conditioning because they don't need air conditioning. They just have heat. So I sweated through like a shirt and a half. It was so hot in there. And then we had all sorts of like vintage lights, like the can lights from old high school auditoriums, like down on us, and it just heated up the stage even more. It was probably 10 degrees hotter on the stage than it was on the actual outside or whatever. So but it was a fun time. Those shows, my brother Nick Longy, he played bass for those shows. And then we had our buddy Ben Smith. He was the drummer for those. Those were the guys that we had available at the time. But yeah, that was around the time we did Here Comes Trouble, that EP, which is a cool EP, 5 songs. We did it with Rick Wachowski. But yeah, definitely some cool stuff going on that we have coming up, and we've done some cool things too. But yeah, if there's a city or a town that you would like us to come to, let me know where you're at, and we'll try to account for that, because at least we know there'll be one person to come see us. But some of the closer locations that we're looking into are Asheville, North Carolina. There's a venue there that I think has interest in us. Youngstown, Ohio, there's a venue there that I think we'll be heading to pretty soon. The next time we're up north, probably this fall. And then Birmingham, Alabama, if you're down south of Tennessee, I think we'll be coming to a venue down there pretty soon. So very cool stuff. Anyway, still got a lot of records here. Don't have any orders currently, but we do have a lot of these neat ones. I was taking an inventory yesterday of what we have left of each color. And we still do have a lot of unique colors. I'm surprised that the colors have lasted this long. The color I do have a lot of still, probably about maybe 10 copies, is this blue. I call this like the denim blue jeans blue. But yeah, I think if you've got a blue one, let me know. But they look way better in person than they do on the camera screen. But if you want a blue one, let me know. We'll get that shipped out to you. Again, we still have about 270 orange, and then the rest are going to be color variants of the marble, blue, maroon. Let's see here. See, Indy or Bloomington, Indiana are good for you. All right, cool. Yeah, I think we have played Indianapolis before. Melody Inn or Pyramid Scheme, one of those places. There's a bunch of pinball machines. I remember that, but that was many years ago. Probably back in like 2013 or something. We did that. 2012 maybe. But yeah, that was Melody Inn or Pyramid Scheme. Yeah, it was one of those two. I forget which one is which. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, if you recognize any of those venues, I'm sure we could probably head back there. We also did Fort Wayne before. I don't know if Fort Wayne's not that close to Indiana, or not that close to Indianapolis. And then there's another blue one. This is like a lighter blue. But yeah, the blue is really cool. Blue is actually one of the colors that I thought about getting pressed for the main pressing instead of orange. But ultimately decided to go with orange just because I think a lot of people do blue records. Not that many people do orange ones. So we decided with orange. But yeah, this blue is really cool. This is like an opaque blue, kind of like a blue swirl, like a seafoam blue we got going on here. But yeah, and then I was, like I mentioned earlier in the show, I filled out a record, or packed up a record for my buddy Zach from the Knox Boys, and he goes to Spain and tours quite a bit. I think he's been to Italy, and they played shows over there. So I have a guy who's a great resource for questions about getting over to the UK, going back to the original question, which is kind of cool. And it's crazy because Zach has a lot less YouTube followers than me, and about the same everything else, which is cool. It's what do you say? It's inspiring because I'm like, oh, if he's doing it, that means I could probably do it too, and like it would be kind of a fun thing to do. So it's not nice about having peers that are doing the same thing that you do. You could ask questions off them, and they can inspire you to do cool things too. So very very cool. But yeah, we've been friends with Zach for quite a few years now. He's a good dude. But yeah. All right, yep. And like I said, we still got plenty of records for sale. If you want to pick one up for yourself, go to Semi-Supervillains.com. You can order vinyl, CD, record. We've got different sorts of colors. Let me know in the comments if you want a different color other than orange. But we can accommodate that. We got one test pressing left So if you want the test pressing, you know, there was a bidding war for it last week, and it's up there for about half what the final bid was. But for those of you that are seriously interested in, check it out. And we appreciate your support. But I think it's time for me to sign off and take these CDs and records to the post office. So Chuck and Zach and Josh get their CDs early next week. Cool. Well, thanks, Chuck. Thanks, everybody, for watching the video today. We'll catch you on the next one. And make sure you keep an eye out for our cool live performances. They'll be out soon. So we'll see you later. Enjoy the rest of your